Welcome to this look at a really pleasant new mod map on Farming Simulator 22 with me, MrSealyp. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Maislingen. This is located in the northeast part of Westphalia. It's a lovely map. I'm not lying about the thumbnail. It's really charming. It's a charming, pleasant, it's a really nice map. Really well made. It's by Tor Ben, 169.24 megabytes download. There are 8 required mods that download automatically. We can talk about slot count straight away because we are at the start farm. It's 1,388 on New Farmer. You'll see the equipment and machinery we start with. On Farm Manager and Start from Scratch, that drops to 1,207 because you don't start with any of the vehicles and machinery. There are 4 farms on the map. We have got the start farm, there's a contractor's farm, a cow farm and an organic farm. I'm going to buy it all. As you can see top right, I've already put some money in. I'm on New Farmer, so I started with 100,000, but I've taken the liberty of already putting some money in. I'm going to buy the start farms. I'll show you the map and then we can go around and we'll have a look at everything as we go around. But it is really picturesque. And what I will say, another thing I like about this map, all of the farms on the map, you can remove everything. All of the buildings, all the decorative objects, fences, a lot of it, when you click on some of the decorative objects, it will highlight a whole section of fencing and everything, so it goes in one go. You haven't got to remove individual fence panels, which is quite handy. So each of the farm areas can be cleared completely. And what I'm going to do is show you now this farm cleared and the organic farm to the north, just to give you an idea of what it will look like with everything removed. And I managed to get the slot count down from 1388 on New Farmer. Farm Manager Start from Scratch 1,207 down to 872 by removing all of the buildings, decorative objects and stuff at all of the farms. Now you don't have to do that, of course you don't. You can just run with it as it is, but if you wanted to, you can get the slot count a little bit lower. We do start with one production chain at the start, because on New Farmer we start with this farm and it does have a large greenhouse. There are 20 collectibles. I haven't found one yet, but they are out on the map. Contracts are available. There are no custom crop types. We will talk about build mode while we're here. There's nothing in build mode over and above the required mod, should I say. But if we go into up to the top, go along to our landscaping, we have got under painting, we've got some extra, there's cobbles and there's some brick paving there. If we go to our trees, there's a whole load of trees been put in. If we go to plants, there's a whole load of plants put in. Other than that, the build mode has just got the required mods, nothing else added in by Tor Ben with regards to that. Let's get around the map and have a look, shall we? What I like about this is really cool as well. Sleep trigger just here. I went around the back looking for a wardrobe trigger, but what I found instead was even better. Look, we've got a pool. Long day out in the fields, come back, chill out, stick the barbecue on. Bit of a dunk, why not? Come round into the yard. Large greenhouse. Barn and building space with equipment and machinery tucked away in the buildings. We do start with 3 tractors. This fence with narrows on already. Front, I think they all come with front weights. We've got our class Arion. Then we've got front loader gear, front loader attacher here. And then we've got the smaller Favorite 511C, which I'm going to be using for going around the map, I think. It's a little bit smaller and agile and runs a little bit faster than this one. I think that's 25, 26 mile an hour. That one goes 32, so it just makes life a little bit easier. We've got our trailer just here, liquids tank, spreader. We do have some lime and fertiliser to start, which is quite nice. We've got a Farmer 400 silo, standard crop types, header and header trailer, jet wash, and in here we've got a workshop trigger with a baler, just in here. Flatbed bale trailer, but it can be adjusted if you want to, of course. Plough, cultivator, seeder, and it does come with a bag of seed. Harvester tucked away in here. Bale and pallet storage, 250 items, just here. So that's the start farm. Now, as far as the start farm goes, we'll have a look at the map because I haven't looked at it properly yet. Start farm is here, and on Farm Manager and Start from Scratch, because you won't own that, to buy this plot is 36,840. The farm plots aren't expensive, which is brilliant. There's no periphery or verges on the map that can be purchased. All the bits that are in between you can't buy. But as far as field prices go, they're not too bad. They're not horrendous. They're not up there. We've got some forestry areas. I like this piece of sort of raised bit. This was one of those weird things again. As I drove up around here, it made me think of something I haven't thought about for a long time. I'll talk about it when we get there. I mean, it's one of those little things. But as you can see, we do start with on New Farmer these fields here as well as the main farm. But yeah, we've got some small fields, small plots, so you can gradually work your way up, or however you want to go about it. But it's really nicely laid out. So as I said I was going to do, if we jump into here, so from the main farm here, just down here on plot 76, we've got the contractor's yard. If I buy that, that's only 71,540. Yes, please. Plot 77 down here is your cow yard, cow farm, 119,720. We'll buy that. Then up to the north, we'll go up to there later on. This is the organic farm, 109,380. We'll buy that. Little key at the top there. I like it when it does that, because often on maps when you've got multiple farms, you might have a map with 3 farms, 4, 6, 7, it depends how many. And you go around the map and you're searching for them because you're not quite sure, especially on a big map as well, where they're going to be. I like the fact that they're colour coordinated, keyed on the map. It makes life so much easier. So, shall we get round? Let's go. All the productions are standard. Mind the equipment just there. It has a very natural flow and feel to it. Lighting's great, colour palette, texturing, all of it. I don't know, it just looks, like I say, that's the. Sometimes you get maps, oh, this is stunning, this is picturesque, this is gorgeous. I just had this overwhelming, just charming. It's a really charming map. Right on the edge of the little town. It is a town, I guess. We've got Sudmerson's farm just here, sell point. I think there's 2 or 3. I think it's 3 little farms we can sell things at. If we come down the road here, on the right hand side, that house there, that's your sleep trigger for the contractor's yard, which we're just going to come to now. That building can be removed as well. So that farmhouse can be removed. If we turn in just here, we come into the contractor's yard. Swing that around. Plenty of space. We've got workshop trigger just here. Is there a jet wash here? Yeah, jet wash just around the corner there. Large, well, let's say large, cavernous storage building. More shed space there. Farmer 500 silo, 500,000 litres, standard crop type, bale and pallet storage, 250 items, just there. That's the contractor's yard. And again, every single building can be removed, including decorative objects. Very nice. Look, I'm on a map tour and I'm checking for traffic. When does that ever happen? It's not clunky anywhere. That's something I liked about it as well. It's smooth and flowing, and I think it's got the right balance of sort of plants and flowers. It looks overgrown in places, but that has a very real feel to it. Electricery, a lecky point, charge point just there. This is the farmer's market sell point. Behind it we've got the bakery just there. Again, standard bakery, standard production. How many times will I actually pay attention and not get clobbered by traffic? Probably not enough. I like the fact when we come out of the town it just opens out. And it feels like sort of different sections to the map, I guess. Now, it doesn't say that the PDA is based on an actual place. It does say that obviously this is located in the northeast part of Westphalia, but it doesn't say it's completely modelled on. But like I said, I don't know, it just has a very, natural flow to it. It's weird. I don't know. As I was going around, I didn't. And it's weird to say when you do a map tour, when you're going around a map, I didn't feel stressed. I felt quite kind of calm and relaxed. I don't know if some of that was because of the key on the map as well. I'm not panicking. Not panicking, that's the wrong word. But I'm worried I'm going to miss something. I'm worried I'm not going to find something on the map or miss a farm or miss something. But anyway, so this is the cow farm. There's the sleep trigger just there. Same thing with this as well. What I'll do is, let's go up here and go into our demolish. We go into there, and you can see everything's lighting up. So I can sell the house, but if I click on that, that will sell the building behind, the decorative objects, the planters and the fencing around that. So I could just get rid of that bit if I wanted to, but keep the rest of the farm. But then when I click on this, you'll see there, that fence lights up, as does this decorative stuff here. So you can get rid of it all in one go. That's a really nice feature. It saves a lot of time. I know people don't always remove the stuff on the maps. A lot of times everything will just be left as it is. People just prefer running the map as it comes. But when they do then start removing stuff, people don't like it when it's fiddly, you know. Jet wash, workshop trigger just tucked away in here. Large storage space. Come up to the back, we've got 3 large greenhouses. Just here. You do own them, you haven't got to buy them. Cow barn for 80 cows. And then we've got 2 bale and pallet storages, each one 250. Quick maths, combined 500. And then this one was a Farmer 500 as well, I think. Double check, yeah, Farmer 500 silo. So what I'm going to do from here, so we're here, we came from the main farm here, out there to Sid Merson's, and then the contractor's yard, and then up here to the Lecky Point farmers market and bakery. We came down this road here, and we're now at this farm here, the cow farm. Now we've got to come back along that road, back up to the main road, and then we're going to head out this way to go up this side of the map. It just the route worked out a little bit easier. So I'll see when we're back on that main road, about to make the turn heading north again. And hopefully you kind of just get a feel for the map, the layout, you know, the sweeping nature of the landscape. There's a nice blend of forestry and everything in here as well, and it's not overly forested, and if you don't want to do forestry, you don't have to touch it at all. It's not jam-packed with productions that have got to be worked out. It's nice and straightforward. So we're going to be taking the next turning on the left. So we're heading east at the moment, and then we're going to turn and head north. Through the forested area. It's a bit of a sweep, a bit of a run round. Something I've just realised that. Well, I can buy it when I get there. There's a garden centre with a sell point, but next to it there's a building site. And what I didn't check to see, judging on based upon what I've seen already, I think it probably will, but I can't say for definite that all the decorative stuff on the building site will be able to be removed. So if you want it as a placeables area, you can. And again, with it being a building site, you can simulate, you know, in whatever storyline, narrative, whatever you're doing, if you want it to be a bit more immersive, the removal of objects and that kind of stuff. I love the way you come through the trees and it opens out into another sweeping area. And the way the landscape, I don't know, it just rolls away. It's charming. There's a lot of lampposts that are on the wonk that are leaning a little bit. A couple knocked down as well, and I'm on this fresh for this map tour. I haven't touched any of them. So here's the building site just to the left. When I say building site, I mean it's the site for building on. It looks like it's been kind of cleared already. But what we'll do, I think we've got to go around this. I didn't go the right way last time. I got in trouble. So we came sweeping up through the woodland here, out onto here. So this plot here is 79. Let's do that by that. Then what we'll do, go into build mode, go to demolish. Will it allow me to? There we go. So you can clear everything if you wanted to. Now you can put piles of rock, piles of sand, whatever mods you've got installed, so you can simulate that you've actually got to clear the yard and get rid of, you know, however you want to go about it. There could be pallets of stuff you've put there that need to be removed, but it can be cleared. You might want to put another production on there. You might want to do an extension to the garden centre. That could be part of your storyline. The garden centre's bought the plot next door and you're going to buy up. So, garden centre, just here. Sweep around the back. Lime station just there. Electricity point just there on the corner, and the sell point for the garden centre is just there. Now, yes, did I knock that sign down? I'm starting to worry now. Come up on our right, we have got the dairy, we have got the cereal factory, we've got the grain mill. Again, standard productions. Dairy, cereal factory, grain mill. On the end, we've got the animal dealer and animal dealer sell point for bales. Animal dealer point there, sell point for bales just there. I've gone the wrong way in and out. I'm going to get a ticket. And then we need to take this turning? What's this turning? Up to the organic farm to the north. So this was the other plot I showed you on those pictures of the main farm and the other farm cleared. It's a big area, this one. There's a lot of farm for your money. As you can see to the right, bale and pallet storage, 250. We've got cows, 80, just there. We come round here and over the back, we've got chickens, 30. Little chicken pen, chicken run just there. This does open up, but this is just part of the farmhouse itself. I know some of these have sheep pens in them, but this one doesn't. It looks like it may well have been at some point. But the farmhouse trigger, barn and building space just here. Farmhouse trigger, sleep trigger is just here. 2 large greenhouses. Jet wash, workshop just in there. Pigs, 170. Keep on around there. Another bale and pallet storage, that's 2 at 250. And another, is it Farmer 500? It was another Farmer 500 silo. Out around the back, open space for activities. A volleyball court, pool table, whatever you fancy putting in. It's entirely up to you. So, from here, it's not too cluttered. There's plenty of space, so you can add to it if you want to. But again, everything can be removed. All the buildings, all the fences, all the decorative objects. Very cool. Or just bits and bobs. So heading west. It's these things like this. I say it a lot of times on maps. If it wasn't there, you wouldn't know, so it wouldn't make any difference. But when it is there, it is starkly obvious it is, and it really adds to it. I'm not making a lot of sense. Carpentry just to our left is this. It's like tree-lined avenues and roads. When you turn you look down there and think, that looks fantastic. That's such a nice feature and such a nice touch to it. What's in here? Oh, just off at stored. I was looking thinking, that's curious. Actually, what I need to do, I've got to remember when I finish this, because I didn't check the sawmill either. I haven't got platinum expansion on. I'm going to test that after the map tour. If that carpentry does platinum expansion stuff as well, because as far as I know, that carpentry is standard. You know what I'm going to do? Let's whiz back and just double check it now. I think it's standard, but I want to check it with platinum expansion on. Just seeing that stuff in there with the chairs and stuff, I'm now thinking that could just be decorative, but I want to make certain, shorten. Yeah, just furniture wood and furniture planks. But just in case with platinum on, that does more. If it does, a thumbs up will appear on the screen now. If it doesn't, it won't. And hopefully I'll check the sawmill as well, just in case. So, excuse me. From the carpentry back down to the main road. We've got a bit of bouncing backwards and forwards, just the way the map's laid out. But again, we've gone from sort of the rolling hills, forested areas, areas with sort of patchworks of fields, this very flat, open expanse. It makes it feel like multiple maps all rolled into one. On our right, on the main road just there, is Votes Farm. Just in there. Gas station. Just there. Oh, cutting the apex there. Now I want the next turning on the right, do I? Yes, I do. And this forested area to the north is up on a hill. And it's weird. It's one of those things, I don't know why it suddenly popped into my head, but I read a book years ago. I must admit, I do want to read it again, or get it on audio book, called Team Yankee. And it's about sort of Cold War, end of the Cold War, but weirdly enough, with the world the way it is at the moment, a sort of Russian invasion into or across Europe, and tank battles and stuff like that. But I remember vividly reading this whole section about tanks being set up on a tree line, on a hillside, overlooking all this expanse of countryside. And as I drove around across here and looked over to the right, I just suddenly had this flashback to that part of the book, being up on a hillside in the trees, overlooking countryside. I don't know why, it suddenly just bang, just in my head. Really weird. Not that that's relevant to the map tour at all, but it's not a particularly steep hill or anything like that, but it just did. So, coming up, we've got a little campsite sell point. There's a little lake, a few tents. Just here. Campsite, campground. The next sell point we're coming to, it's like allotments really. It says, I think it says garden plot or garden spot, I think it is. It's the garden spot sell point. I think it's manure or something you bring here. But I've stopped to have a quick look, and it is, I mean, it's very different to the allotments around where I live. Very ornate, nice hedges, little sheds, little allotment plots. So this is the garden spot. Sell point just here. That large facility we're coming towards is grain storage. Now, grain storage, the first part of it is a sell point. There's a line point as well, and then there's a curiosity. So that first point there, that's the sell point. So grain storage, I know it says storage, but that's the sell point. We've then got a line point, and then we've got Streg Lager. Now, it's interesting actually. Obviously lager can be a drink, but I know when I used to do stuff with cadets, a lager area, a lager point is a place where people you gather together. And when you look at the map, this is curious, this one. So we did all of this, went up there, that was the organic farm, down past the carpentry, that tree-lined avenue, Vokes Farm there, and the gas station. We came along there, up here to the Team Yankee Hill. Campsite, garden spot, and down to here. Now, that's our sell point grain storage, that's our lime station, and then we've got this, Streg Lager, but that's got the train icon on it, which is odd. That's showing as a sell point. However, when I went into the menu, I went down everything on this menu. There's nothing for Streg Lager showing as a sell point. There's also nothing under Straglager for a buy point. So when you look at this, you've got both icons here. You've got the tip in and the take out. So my extrapolation from there is that this is for all intents and purposes, it's a railroad silo. I went and got off camera, I went and got a trailer, brought the trailer up, clicked on it. You can store in this, it's basically a storage silo. So you can store in it most of your main crop types, potatoes, sugar beet, was it wood chip, seed, most of the things you can do in a railroad silo. And what's weird about it as well is around this side, on the map it's showing like a train icon, and you've also got the train track bit here, and you've got in and out here as well. So as far as I can make out, it's like a railroad transfer silo. So storage, not sell point or buy point. Across the way, sawmill. I will check that as well on Platinum. I can't remember what I said on the other one. If it was standard, would it be a thumb up? If it's not, oh, I can't remember which way around it was now. I have to do the editing. At the moment it should be standard, but with Platinum, would it do extra things? Yeah, just wood planks. I think it will just stay standard, but doesn't hurt to check, does it? From the sawmill then. We're coming back towards Maislingen. See, road sign, not me. Just got here. So turning in here. On our left hand side we've got Maislingen Soccer Club, sell point just there. Just past that. We've got the vehicle shop at the front. Workshop trigger is around the back. Lecky charge point is just there. This is also the reset point on the map, so if you need to reset a vehicle it will reset back to here. We carry straight on down the road here. We have got the spinnery. Where is the spinnery? It's here somewhere. Spinnery just there. Restaurant sell point just next door, just there. Quick jab on the handbrake, tight hairpin left. I'm sure the residents love having big old tractors honking down the streets. On the right hand side we've got the shopping mall sell point, which is just tucked away there. So tucked away, that's a no entry bit there, but and then here this building is the municipal administration, for all intents and purposes council offices. Now that Lecky point's not showing on the map. I'm wondering if we can that bit be purchased? So we come from there, along there, into the main bit there, down there, up the hairpin here. Oh no, it's shown on the map, there you go. Lecky point just there. And then, is it this turning here? I think it might have been. Just run around the corner here. This little bit here is Myers Farm. And this is one of those things as well, I imagine that the farms have been here a very long time, you know. Myers Farm, the Start Farm, what was the first one? Sudmerson's Farm. And then the village town has grown up around it. I mean, maybe they've always been here like this, but the town has kind of grown up around it. Because the buildings look a lot older, the yards look a little bit older, I don't know. That's just in my head, it's how I kind of view it. So that's Maya's yard, and just like Milkshake, if I've done this correctly, it has brought us back to the yard. I think. That was Sid Merson's we just went past. This is where we came out. Originally at the main yard, yes. And there we go. That's Maislingen by Tor Ben. I hope you found this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do, enjoy the rest of your weekend. And thanks for watching.